back at with another vlog because I don't make any other content. So original. Boom. Hashtag best YouTuber ever. Done. It's already decided. It's fucking me. Get out of the way, PewDiePie. Use a bish. Okay, enough joking aside. This is gonna be a more serious video because I'm gonna be talking some serious issues. For those of you who actually know me, you know my political stance. But I liked John McCain. I did. I really did. I'll be the first to admit that we didn't really agree on key issues such as like healthcare and taxes and basically anything. But the reason why I liked John McCain so much is not because he was a soldier, not because he was a praised war hero, not because he's basically served his entire life as someone who's tried to give back to his country as much as he could. I like John McCain because he was able to kind of stick to his guns. And what I mean by that was he really didn't fall in with his party just on an issue, just to fall in with his party. He really stood up for what he believed was right for the people of Arizona, the people who elected him. He really did what he thought would benefit them the most. And that's why I liked him. He didn't really... I'm not going to say that he didn't take any corporate money to help him get elected. I'm sure he did. I'm not going to look into it. One, because I'm pretty sure I already know the answer. And two, because it doesn't really matter. Because the decisions that he made on behalf of this, on the behalf of the citizens of Arizona kind of speaks for itself. Especially in recent years when Trump became president and McCain started speaking out against Trump, basically to his face. That's kind of what really sold me on McCain. Before I kind of knew it, I kind of recognized that McCain was bona fide, badass motherfucker. You don't want to mess with this dude. You just didn't, because he'd tell you, instead of Donald Trump kind of fucking being a little bitch about it, McCain will tell you how he feels straight to your fucking face. He didn't give a damn. And it was amazing. Like, I still remember one of my favorite McCain clips that I see is this woman asks McCain, this is like back in 2008, and she's worried that Obama's a Muslim. It's like, he's a Muslim, he can't be president. And McCain's just like, no, Obama's not a Muslim, he's a good man. And I was like, that was one of my favorite McCain quotes, because the rest of his party they were kind of not really following, and they weren't saying Obama was a Muslim, but they were not straight up denying people who were asking that question if he was a Muslim, which he fucking wasn't. Just because he's slightly darker than you doesn't mean he's a Muslim. He was born in fucking Hawaii. I don't even know if he's a Christian. I don't pay attention to politicians. I can't speak right now because I'm starting to get angry because separation of church and state and all that shit. I don't care what religion you are, as long as your policies are going to benefit me, my family, and people who I believe need help. As long as I know that you're going to do what you say you're going to do, and that is try to help out as many people as you can, then I don't give a damn if you Jewish, I don't give a damn if you purple, I don't give a damn if you atheist. As long as you do what you say you're going to do. That's why I liked McCain, because he didn't care what the rest of his party thought. He did what he thought was best for his state, for the people who elected him. I'm sure he made some decisions that were kind of questionable. I don't live in Arizona, so I don't know. I don't live in Arizona. I couldn't survive out there. It's way too freaking hot. But that's why I like McCain. He just stuck to his guns, and he did what he thought was best for Arizona. And I deeply respect that for the guy. I deeply respect that. That's something that you don't see a lot of times in modern politics. You see a lot of people who basically stick up for the people who paid for their campaign. And that's all they do. Why? Because they want to get elected again. But McCain really wanted to make this country a better place before he left. And I think he did. I really think he did. Me and McCain basically had the same goals. Like, I want to leave, when I leave this earth, when I leave this planet, I want to make sure that it is a better place than how it was when I came in. And so far, I'm not so sure. But I ain't done. And I ain't going to be done for a while, I hope. Because I still got work to do. Anyway. The second thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to try to tie them together because I just want to bring this up, is Nike. Nike is showing off its huge cojones. Its huge balls. With Colin Kaepernick being the front man of their new Just Do It campaign. Now, when Kaepernick was actually playing for the 49ers, I didn't really like him. I don't really like that style of quarterback, that run and gun style. I never really liked it. That's why when I'm a huge Colts fan, massive Colts fan. So that's why when Robert Griffin III and Andrew Luck were coming up through the draft, I was hoping, praying the Colts did not draft Robert Griffin. It's not that I didn't like Robert Griffin. I like him. I just don't like that style of play. I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's very efficient. So that's why it's one reason why I didn't like Colin Kaepernick, Colin quarterback, Colin Kaepernick when he was on the 49ers. I liked Alex Smith. I still kind of like Alex Smith. He's a pocket passer. He's tall. He can move when he absolutely needs to. But, you know, I like football. I like watching it. It's fun. I used to play it. It was great. So I didn't really like Kaepernick when he was playing. But then he took his knee. Well, actually, first he sat down. He sat down for a game. And then he asked the veterans, like, what is there a better way I can represent you guys? And he's like, yeah, just take a knee. Just take a knee. Because I believe there was like two things Kaepernick was protesting. The first one was he believed that veterans were not getting the proper benefits when they returned home from combat situations. They weren't getting proper health care. They weren't getting proper jobs. And that's why he took a knee. Because Kaepernick truly believed, like I believe, that veterans are not treated with more respect, more dignity. They're not given the same opportunities someone who isn't a veteran. I mean, they are given the same opportunities. I'm miswording my words. I can't word well, nor do I word good. But he just believed there should be more benefits after a veteran returns home. There should be more benefits. And that's why he took a knee. And then, I think it was in the preseason he started doing that. And then slowly throughout the season, more and more and more young black kids, young black men were just getting murdered by police. And then his narrative had to change. Because, like, black people were just being straight up murdered by police, and the police were getting off just scot-free. They would just leave their precinct. They'd be suspended. They would leave, go to the next town, and then become a cop all over again. That's what was happening. And it still is happening. Because when a cop shoots a black kid dead who he thinks has a gun, when he doesn't have a gun, he has a Snickers bar, and shoots his kid dead, he's in a trial by his peers, which means his fellow police officers are putting him on trial. You think they're going to convict the guy? No, they're fucking not. Why? Because I'm sure that they've backed themselves up in dangerous situations. I'm sure they've saved each other's lives. So they feel like they have a debt to this guy. But, like, I don't see why people don't see that there's a clear bias here when it comes to police putting other police officers on trial. I don't see where people don't understand that there's a clear and Complete bias. Anyway, but that's what Kaepernick started to protest was police brutality. He wanted police to be held accountable now. It was for more veterans benefits, but then he had to change his narrative because this just became too big of an issue for him to ignore. So he started taking a knee in protest of police brutality. Now he was still doing it for veterans and police brutality. But people who were upset with it, there was half a dozen or less NFL players actually protesting with Kaepernick before the president brought it up, before fucking Trump brought it up and fucked everything up for his party and the NFL, because the protest was dying out, and Trump brought it up and said, "Get those sons of bitches off the field. You're fired." And now you're hearing these narratives of LeBron James starting his own school in, I think it's Akron. I think it's where he's from. I think he started in Akron. Yeah. He started his own school in Akron. And people are saying, shut up and dribble. Just because they're an athlete doesn't mean that they're uneducated. It doesn't mean that they don't see police bias. It doesn't mean that they're immune. That doesn't mean that they can't speak up against issues that they believe are just because they have a lot of money. Fuck. What? And people have to ask themselves, are you more angry with the fact that you think that they're disrespecting the flag by taking a knee? Or are you more upset with the fact that there are still to this day people being murdered by police officers and police officers getting off scot-free, and the fact that veterans don't really have a lot of benefits when they get back from a war zone? Are you upset over that? Are they disrespecting the flag? I would rather them kneel and disrespect the flag, because it is their fucking right as Americans. It's the right of protest, the right of free speech, to fucking do that in the first place. So you can't say they can't take a knee, or they have to stand. That's bullshit. You're literally infringing on their fucking First Amendment rights. There's got to be a better way to go about this. Will I ever take a knee? I don't know. I don't really go to a lot of sporting events that play the national anthem. I really don't. I mean, nor do I like pledging my allegiance to a piece of cloth. I mean, do I love my country? Abso-fucking-lutely. I absolutely love this country, but that is why I feel like I can't pledge my allegiance to it right now. I can't stand for a national anthem that doesn't honor its veterans like it should. It doesn't stick up for the little guy like I thought we were. I thought America was founded by the little guy. I thought we were founded for people like John McCain, who was, I think he was lower middle class, young kid, joins the army just to make a better life for himself, and then he gets captured in Vietnam, is tortured, and he comes back, and then he gets elected to the House of Representatives, and then he spends his life as a politician trying to make his country a better place. I thought that's what America was. I thought that's all we were, was to help out the little guy. But now it doesn't seem like that. It didn't seem that that's the direction that this America is going. It didn't seem like that. It didn't seem that we are still land of the free and home of the brave. Because ain't nothing about this president brave at all. Ain't nothing about Trump that's brave. Nothing. That's why So, like, even though, like, McCain and Kaepernick really didn't have anything to do with each other, you can still draw a clear parallel between their stories. Kaepernick he worked very hard to earn that starting position from Alex Smith, who was a very established quarterback in San Francisco. He was really good. He was really good in San Francisco. Alex Smith was leading them to the playoffs, a team that really shouldn't have been there. And then Kaepernick lands, and then they promote Kaepernick, and they go to the Super Bowl. That's fucking amazing. And John McCain is someone who worked extremely hard, made it into the Army, got captured in Vietnam, comes back, and even though he probably didn't get the benefits that he needed or that he deserved, he still served his country in the Congress anyway. He still did it. It's because he loves his country. Just like Kaepernick loves this country. Just like I love this country. And I'm getting real sick and tired of people saying that I don't love this country just because I don't want to stand for the national anthem, or I don't want to say the Pledge of Allegiance to a piece of cloth. It's like, yes, I am an American. But I believe that America isn't living up to all of its promises that it said, that is specifically written down in the Constitution or in state laws. I also think that this country could do a lot better, which is why it's so frustrating to see it not do better. Anyway, I'm done ranting. My voice hurts because I've been talking about 17 fucking minutes about random shit. I don't even know if this video is even gonna make sense. I feel like I say that after every single fucking vlog. I don't feel like this video is gonna make sense. Anyway, I'm gonna go drink some agua, eat some peanuts, and then I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I'm gonna go kill myself on a treadmill, because that's all I end up doing. Okay, I'm gonna go. So, catch you outside. How about that?